Hello, and a very big welcome to English Mastery Hub in 2026. For those who don't know, my name is Karen, and we are in Karen's Corner. This is a place where we get together once a week to study English in a non-judgmental and non-threatening way. So, welcome, and I hope that you will join me on a weekly basis. Now, as you know, our custom is that we have a slogan for our course, Study English with Me, and the slogan for this year is something new. I'm going to show it to you. And this slogan was penned by Walt Disney, who said, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Now, our dream at the moment, and if you're on this website, I'm sure your dream as well, is to improve your English. So, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. You have taken the first step in joining this session today and watching this video podcast, and I hope that you will stay right to the end and join me on a weekly basis and improve your English absolutely free in the comfort of your own home. So I encourage you, if you are new, to register on our website and to familiarize yourself with all the different applications of the website. The first thing we're going to look at today is the glossary, and this is found under courses. No, sorry, I'm lying. The glossary is found under the control panel. And if you look at the control panel, my glossary, that's where you find it. And the reason for that it's not on the home page unless you have logged in, because then you are logged into the website and you have access to more tools. So once you've logged in, you will find your control panel. Click on My Glossary and it opens to a graph where it tracks all the words according to just learnt, confident, and daily use. And effectively, My Glossary is your own personal dictionary where you can add any new words that you come across that you're unfamiliar with the meaning, and you can set yourself reminders and status levels of confidence. So, just learnt, in daily use, or I'm confident with that word. And set yourself reminders so that you can repeat those words on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, until you become confident with their use. So please remember that My Glossary, an awesome tool for everyone to use. For today, we are going to look at a blog which is very pertinent to this particular week in our calendar. And the blog for today is The Final Countdown: How the UK Welcomes the New Year in the Last Days of December. So if we look at our blog, it's at an A1 to A2 level, meaning everyone can understand it, and the article explains how people celebrate and look forward to the new year. There are some words which, if you don't know them, please add them into your glossary. Celebrate, prepare, fireworks, and tradition, and finally relax. We have a phrasal verb, get together, to meet and spend time with other people, and an idiom to start the year on the right foot, to begin something in a positive and successful way. Let us come back to those once we have read our article. Now, in the article, There is also an audio file, so once you have finished watching, please feel free to go back and listen to the audio file. But for now, I would like you to practice the technique of shadowing, mouthing the words along with me as I speak. The final countdown. How the UK welcomes the new year, and we are going to do that today. In my area of the world, it's the 31st of December. By the time you see this video, it will be probably the 2nd of January. And this will be but a faded memory of, depending how hard you celebrate it. In the United Kingdom, the last days of December are special and exciting. People feel happy, hopeful, and ready for a new beginning. This time is called the final countdown because everyone waits for the new year to arrive. During the final days of December, cities and towns change their look. Streets are brightened with lights, shops are decorated, and homes feel warm. Many families clean their houses and prepare food for guests. Friends and family often get together to spend time, talk, and enjoy the holiday season. London is one of the busiest places at this time. Workers prepare the famous New Year's Eve fireworks near the River Thames. People arrive early to find a good place to watch. On the night of the 31st of December, thousands of people wait together and count down the final seconds of the year. At home, many people enjoy simple activities. They watch television, listen to music, and eat traditional food. Some people think about the past year and make plans for the new one. These plans are called New Year's resolutions. People hope to eat better, learn new skills like learning to speak English better, or live a healthier life. When midnight arrives, the celebration begins. People cheer, hug each other, and say, Happy New Year! Fireworks light up the sky and music fills the streets. Many people believe this moment helps them start the year on the right foot. In Scotland, the New Year's celebration is called Hogmanay. It is very popular and important. There are street parties, traditional songs, and dancing. One famous tradition is first footing. The first visitor to arrive after midnight brings good luck into the new year. And generally, first footing is a dark-haired male who brings gifts such as coal, shortbread, or whiskey after midnight for good luck. After the celebrations, New Year's Day is usually calm because everybody's recovering from their celebrations. Many people stay at home and relax. They eat leftovers and enjoy a quiet day with family. Some people go for a short walk to feel fresh and ready for the year ahead. In conclusion, the last days of December in the UK are full of joy, traditions, and togetherness. Whether people celebrate at home or outside, the new year brings hope, happiness, and a fresh start. So the grammar notes, we're using the present simple and we are using simple sentences. I want to go back to the 2 points of grammar that we looked at here. The first one is phrasal verbs. People get together. This means to meet and spend time with other people. Now, if you go to our courses section, click on the courses section, open the grammar book and look for phrasal verbs, you will find 137 pages. You heard me correctly. 137 pages of phrasal verbs. So as you can see, it is impossible to learn them off by heart. I suggest you learn them by default. When you come across one in something you're reading, in something you listen to, then look it up and try and memorize its meaning. So here we have get together. It means to meet socially. We get together in a pub for a drink. So that is a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb has a verb and then another word with it, either a preposition or some other word added together with the phrasal verb. But as you can see, there are so many of them that it's impossible to learn them rote off by heart. The other thing I wanted to look at was the idiom. An idiom is my favorite thing in English because they are fun. They never really mean what they say. So I'm going to quote to you about idioms. Idioms are something where they use words that mean something else. To start on the right foot almost sounds as though you're going to dance and you're going to lead with your right foot. But in this case, it is an idiom meaning to begin something, in this case, a new year, in a positive, successful, or good way. It's a popular expression for New Year's resolutions and fresh starts, similar to turn over a new leaf or wipe the slate clean and start again. So many people hope to start the new year on the right foot. And by you being here with me today, you have made the right start to your new year. Continue. Remember our slogan that you can dream dreams and put them into reality. Let's close by reminding ourselves of our slogan. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So I invite you to join me again next week on English Mastery Hub and enjoy learning English with me. We are in a non-judgmental environment, so you can learn at your own speed. And I encourage you, if you have got any questions, drop them in the comments section, like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye bye for now.